DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wild card game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Breeze now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Play action. Breeze. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory.
Raven. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
Throwing again. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Breeze on third down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Gus Edwards, the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of.
And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Charger D making things difficult, and it's fourth down.
Field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Los Angeles.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 2. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Robert Foster, 27 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Returning it, Johnson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
1st down, Chargers.
On play action, it's Breeze. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Now Breeze lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
He's checking. Switch gears.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Is good.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. To throw again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35.
Boy, you ain't got no feet.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. To throw is Breeze. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The final shot before half for Breeze. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for the Chargers.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Taken in the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Chargers 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run with Edwards. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jack keeps it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Test to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, They went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 14. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. He'll try, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Johnson with a completion over the middle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A.
Complete.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
The extra point.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 30. Chargers 24.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired, and he's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 40-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It was Cameron Wake who got in there to make the play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. And for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Sliding out of the pocket, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
And that will be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick.
Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He may try and run, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Johnson now returning. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And the Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way. And you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.